So we're gonna start by doing the stiff-legged deadlift. Everybody here is a coach for the most part, right? So as we get into our groups, coach people, right? If you're not coaching somebody, you're not learning. So be hands-on about it.
Ask them first before you grab them.
Yeah, don't
Your glutes have to work, you have to ask before you do it.
Right, yeah, make sure that you're not too touchy, make sure that they're okay with you being touchy.
There can be some dancer which he loves to, you know, go like this, some people are like, did you sign a waiver?
They're meant for activation, right? But as you guys are coaching each other, be a coach. Don't just stand there and watch and then walk away. If you're doing your first set and you're not cramping, you're not dying, you're not going like, ooh, you're not shaking, you're probably just cheating, right? We can program, we can give you all the what's you want, but if you just go do it and you don't actually pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it, there's no progress happening. Sounds good? So as we go into the stiff-legged deadlift, now
yeah. By the way, how do we know you're not doing it correctly? Because you ask us how many reps you should do. If you do it correctly, you're not going past 4. Telling you right now. So if you have 8 going like, more weight, is that it? Never say is that it. I'll kill you. But if you're doing anything past 4 reps, you are not engaging the hammies properly. You have to learn to turn them on. The most basic skill is turning your own muscles on. Should you have control of that? Yes. So this is what you're going to use it for, is to learn to turn certain muscles on as you go. Weight should be added when you can do that perfectly. You're not doing it perfectly today. So you don't need more weight, you just need to do it better. Okay? More is not better, better is better. Okay?
Alright guys, so for the stiff-legged deadlift, you're going to set yourselves up. You're going to have nice soft knees. What we're looking for is the hinging motion. So we want to see activation of the glutes and the hammies. As we start hinging, he's going to start dropping down, going as far down as his mobility allows him to have. Once he gets to that position, he's going to pause for a few seconds and he's going to come up. So a few things that you want to notice as he's going down, he's coming up. His spine is neutral. There is no motion of rounding at the T-spine, or there is no sending the butt back and over-activating, doing an extension of the spine. Does that make sense? The knees stay nice and soft and they stay locked in. Once they're locked in, he starts hinging. You know he's hinging because his hips and his shoulders are aligned. At this point, his hips and his shoulders are not aligned, so therefore he's no longer hinging. Does that make sense? So make sure that you guys are looking for those subtle details. We want to see that crease of the hip start to move. Sounds good? Any questions? What you tend to see a lot is people will stop being able to have range of motion right about the knees, and you'll start seeing the back do some funny things, or the knees shifting back and forth to try and find position, so that somehow you can say that you're good enough to get the bar all the way down to the ground and pick it up. But in the end, that's no longer a hinging movement. You're just doing back extensions. See how he's cramping? He only did 3 reps. Any questions, guys? Pretty basic movement, right? We should all be able to coach this. We should all be able to see flaws. Yes?
So what is it we don't want to see? Right? If I have a finger here, right? And I hinge, the finger keeps turning. If those fingers don't stay in the direction of my shoulder, I'm not hinging anymore. So if I'm here, my hip stops moving and my shoulder keep going, I'm not hinging. If I'm here, my shoulder starts going up, which is what we're going to see, but the hips don't move, that's not a hinge, now, is it? That's a back extension. So at the bottom here, everything starts to move, right? Not shoulder and then my hips. That's not a hinge anymore. On the way down, on the way up.
Any questions, guys? Let's go ahead, let's break up into groups, guys. Find a bar, start coaching each other, get a few reps in.
The trick we use is, I'm going to force him with my fingers, and now on the way up, he's going to have to push my thumbs back. If my thumbs don't move, they haven't moved yet. That means this is fine, who did the job. Go back. You're going to push my thumbs back. Nope, that's your back. That's better. Now, he moved this too much, so let's do it again. But basically, if he does a back extension, my thumbs won't move. Go ahead, do a back extension like before. My thumbs still haven't moved. So I mean, like, all this is moving, and yet his hips are not. That means that's not a hinge, that's a back extension. So it's gonna, yes! That was a bit better. He has to push my thumbs back. So I'm gonna take him forward, right? He's gonna follow me as far as he can. There, that's it. And he's gonna push me back. better, not enough, but we're getting somewhere. You will notice that on the way up, if this muscle right here don't engage, he's doing a back extension. So I'm going to take him here. I know that, there. You know, he does a back extension, those muscles right here are completely loose. To push me back, he's going to have to control this, he's going to have to push, there we go. And now he's hinging. Okay, I just popped your back. So you guys are going to go like this, you're going to take the person down. If they keep on moving and you feel there's no more tilt of the hip, they're going too far. On the way up, they have to use their hips to come up, not their spine. Okay, and then you will feel with your fingers, so you put your fingers here. On the way up, if they're doing a back extension, there will be no tension in the abs whatsoever. Cool? Back at it, thank you.